What's up, y'all? So basically what we got going today in this video is a deadlift PR, and this was really fun for me because this was a day that, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't feeling my strongest. I wasn't, but I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna attempt it, because I just had confidence in the process. And sometimes you just gotta test your limits, even when you're not feeling it. And sometimes you gotta listen to your body when you are feeling that you're pushing yourself too far. But just taking it easy, warm it up. 135 out of 25. I warm up completely different now. I kind of skip. I go from 135 to 225. Don't know which one I like better. I just know that I feel a little bit more fatigued when I go by 25-pound intervals, but I will say my back felt a lot tighter, so I might actually go back to doing that. But 225 is feeling good. It's feeling nice. So here's my first real taste where I have to try a little bit. We got 275 on the bar. My technique, I feel in this video, my technique might be at its peak. I won't lie to you. And I'm not saying that to brag. I just felt really good lifting. And as you can see, lifting the heavier weights now, I think I'm jumping straight to like, what is that? 385? I don't even usually do 385. I usually do 365 to 405. But yeah, 385 on the bar. And this was the real first test of how the day was going to go. And that came off the ground pretty good. I'm not going to lie. That felt really good. I remember this day like it was yesterday. It was actually like 4 months ago. So it's pretty cool getting to watch this back and kind of go through the steps. So here we are. My PR at the time, I believe, was 4:15. And so let's see right here. Is that a 10? 5? What is that? Yeah, whatever math is. I don't know. At this point, though, this was a PR. So I'm assuming those are 10s. And I'm thinking this is 425. Yeah, I believe it's 425. And struggle bus. But we got it. Feeling good. Feeling good. Rip off the belt like a WWE superstar. And so I remember now. So I decided to go ahead and attempt another PR. Just added 2.5s on each side. Look how close I got on this one. I'll never forget this, because like even and this is funny, in the video when I stand up like that, it's just to like trick my brain into thinking, yeah, just stand up, just get down there and stand up. So I'm pulling, and I stopped. But like when I rewatched the video, I was like, that was a lot closer to getting where I wanted it to go than I thought it would have been. So yeah, back down sets. And for these back down sets, I think I was just feeling good today, because I'd never go down to 315. So yeah, I just started doing back down sets at 315, overhand grip. I was feeling real strong this day, even though initially I didn't have it. And sometimes, like I said, you gotta trick your brain into thinking like, yeah, I can lift all this weight, even though you weren't feeling it at the beginning. You skipped your pre-workout, yada yada yada, didn't eat enough. Sometimes you just gotta trick your brain. That's all it is. And so this is something I still do to this day. So on pull workouts, pull day meaning back and biceps mainly, I do shrugs after I deadlift, mainly because I mean the setup is basically there. I take off a couple plates and I have what I have. And I love this movement. I feel like a freaking superhero. Like I feel like Bruce Wayne in the Wayne Manor, or Superman in the Fortress of Solitude. It's just a super like fun movement. I just love this movement. And if you really focus on controlling the way down on the eccentric portion of this, it's like you feel a really good stretch in your traps. So this is one of the key ways I built my traps when people ask. And part of it is genetics for me, but I love doing shrugs. Love them. And let's see here. Was this just another back down set? Oh, more shrugs. Okay. So, yeah, I really enjoy doing shrugs, because usually I only do 2 sets of these. I don't like overexhaust them a ton. But I guess I got 3 sets on this one, unless the same video played twice. I don't know. We'll see. Don't judge me. Okay, so this is like the thing that really built my back, I feel like. So I would do supersets of weighted pull-ups straight into dumbbell rows with 100-pound dumbbell. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like the strongest person, and it's not something I'm like anxious about or something that I feel insecure about or anything. But I will say my back is definitely the strongest part of my body, and doing the superset just felt really amazing, because like, not that you do it for like the athletes and stuff, but it's kind of cool being at the OU gym when athletes walk by and they see you do a weighted pull up, drop it, and then just you pull up a 100-pound dumbbell. You just feel elite. You just feel elite. And I'm doing full dead stop gorilla rows on this, so like I'm stopping the weight completely. I'm not allowing any momentum. To be honest, I probably didn't have to pull my elbow as far back as I did. I just wanted to make sure I got the full stretch on both sides of my lats. And so yeah, I did a couple sets of these. So then I go back, do some more. I know at one point I was doing 4 sets of 5 weighted pull-ups with a 45 and a 10, and then 100-pound dumbbell rows. I mean, that was probably too much volume, to be honest, just because sometimes my back would feel pretty fatigued. But I will say, my back is like the it's like the, what's the word to say it? Like, it takes a lot to fatigue my back, to be quite honest with you. And partially that might be a training thing, but I also think it might be just a genetic thing. That's definitely a genetic strong point for me. So I really loved getting to do these rows, especially because since I don't do them one arm at a time on a bench, you can really force yourself to go all out and like squeeze out those last couple of reps that you never thought you could have. And yeah, I think on this one, I think I did end up doing another set, so I might have done 3 or 4 sets of these. And I honestly think, personally, try it out for yourself. If you can't do weighted pull-ups yet, I always tell people, if you can do a pull-up, you can do a weighted pull-up. I don't care if you had 5, 10, 15 pounds, 25. Like, you start off just with progressive overload, just like any other movement, bench. Right? We all had to start somewhere. Not everyone could start benching 225 out the womb like Larry Wills, right? Sometimes you have to start with the bar. That bar is heavy at first, and so it's kind of the same thing with the weighted pull-ups. But I will say, when you do weighted pull-ups, even if it's 5, 10, 15 pounds, like I'm saying, when you don't have that weight on, you could just fly. I haven't learned how to do a muscle up yet, and to be honest, I might not really want to do that, just because I don't know if that's the best for your elbows, just from the looks of it. But I definitely like the idea of flying up and bringing your chest to the bar, and thinking of a pull-up as a lat pull-down, which that's really what it is. A lot of people think a pull-up is an arm workout and shoulder workout, and you're using your arms, and you definitely are using your forearms with the when you add the weight, for sure. You're definitely getting a mini forearm workout as well. But I will say that like it's really just essentially a lat pull down with a ton of weight, right? And it's cool because whenever you drop the weight, especially the heavier weight you add, when you're doing body weight pull-ups, I mean, you're literally just flying to the bar. It's pretty cool. And so yeah, I'm doing these rows. I felt like a O lineman getting ready for battle in the national championship, hopefully 2023. Go Sooners. And yeah, I'm really just squeezing out these last reps, and that's what I like about doing my rows this way. And so yeah, in this workout, I was I did a lot of volume. So I also went into these barbell rows. I literally hate this. I mean, I actually like this exercise, but it's so awkward to set up. I watched Bald Omni Man do this. I don't know if you watch his YouTube channel, but check it out. That dude is dope. And I watched him do this, and I forgot that he, instead of doing like the 45s and the big plates, he does the smaller plates, like the 25s, like stacked, like 225s, so like 50 on each side. And that way the bar goes lower. But every time the bar would hit like the bottom of the bench, like you kind of see it in the video, and it was just an awkward feeling. And like, I don't like when the bar is like clanging into things. Just like if I'm pulling a cable, I hate when the weights like smack against each other, like you're not controlling the weight. It's just super annoying. But I do love the stretch. I mean, the stretch on this was amazing. My erectors and my lats were super engaged throughout this entire movement, which is cool because it goes straight into the next movement. So next we've got some more rows. And what I love about doing these cable rows single-handed, right, is you're kind of re-emphasizing and reinforcing what you were doing with the dumbbell row initially, right? You're getting more of a stretch, but what's cool about the resistance is you have it on the eccentric as well. So as long as you're not letting that weight touch, which you can kind of hear it in the video, I'm not letting that weight touch one bit, right? As long as you're not letting that weight touch, there is constant resistance nonstop. You're getting a bicep workout, you're getting a lat workout. I mean, it's a lot in one. And I like that angle because you can kind of like see the bicep doing its thing. Human anatomy is cool. Yeah, this is a super fun workout. And oh, you see a little calf action too. Okay. Sorry, I haven't seen this video in a cool minute. And self-love is cool. Don't judge me. You feel me? Like, I'm not nobody's boasting on themselves, but you know, sometimes you gotta flex a little bit. You know, if you looking good, if you feeling good, you putting in the work, you gotta flex a little bit. You feel me? So yeah, these single arm rows, I still do these to this day. I mean, they feel amazing. Really, I would say my push day has changed more than anything. But my back day, or my, pull day, back and biceps, for the most part, it's stayed the same. And it's because the results are consistent. I've just been consistently getting stronger. I'm doing rows with 120s now, so it's pretty cool. I'm able to do a couple two-plate pull-ups for reps, so that's also pretty cool. And so this day, I really don't do this like this anymore. I did seated, just bicep curls, and to be honest, like, I don't really get the hype around sitting down while doing these. I kind of like standing up more, and I get why people sit down, because it stops you from using your momentum with the back and stuff like that. But if you're really controlling the weight each time, personally, I kind of like standing up better. I just feel I don't know, I just like it better. No scientific reason, just my preference. And if you don't like it differently, then that's awesome for you. This is all about what works for you. And in this case, what works for me is standing, and I will definitely have some better videos of that. But it's always awkward setting up the camera when you're doing bicep curls, because I feel like I'm getting judged constantly, like, oh, look at this guy. And I mean, yeah, biceps, you'll notice this is the only bicep like training I did in this video, and for the most part that's kind of consistent with what I do now. The biceps are not something I need to overtrain, and since I'm doing the weighted pull-ups anyway, like, I'm feeling a lot of tension in my biceps already at this point. So that's the reason I don't do a million sets on those million reps. And so at this point, doing the end of my workout, so I'm doing some leg raises, getting that core going, especially the lower abs. And I would honestly just do this with every workout. So 6 days a week I would do this just to really strengthen my core, and I can say it's paid off a lot after the cut. And I would go straight into the Russian twist, where I would have a kettlebell, touch the opposite side, pick it back up, while keeping my feet in the air and trying to keep them from not moving, which I'm doing an okay job of, but in other videos you'll see I kind of do a better job of keeping my feet still. But doing this right after the leg raises is really cool, because you're hitting your obliques, you're hitting really every part of your core. You're feeling the serratus too as well when you're doing the Russian twist, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, just controlling the legs on the way down of the movement. It really overemphasizes, like, the lower portion of the abs, which are neglected when you only do sit-ups and crunches. So yeah, but yeah, for the most part, that's going to conclude this workout. I'm gonna have some updated videos pretty soon. These are all older things, and I kind of needed to upload these so I could get these off my phone and get me some storage so I could record some stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It was cool doing this deadlift PR, and you'll get to see what my current deadlift PR is in a later video, because it's pretty crazy how much progress I made while cutting. All right, y'all, take it easy. Deuces.